Leah from Island Sun Tarot. This is another video in my series Tree of Tarot Leaf by Leaf, and we are looking at the Hierophant today. As with my other videos in this series, I have 8 examples to show. First we have the Hanson-Roberts Tarot, the DruidCraft Tarot, the Fairy Tarot, Starchild Tarot, Shadowscapes Tarot, Oak, Ash, and Thorn, the Darkness of Light, and the Crow Tarot. So, some things that we automatically think of when we see the Hierophant. Number 1 for me is knowledge, and then tradition, and conformity. Besides those 3, what are some others? Counsel, education, belief systems. So tradition in the sense of well-established institutions, increasing understanding, honoring ritual and ceremony, and being both the student and the sage. Back in the 1700s, this card used to be referred to as the Pope or the High Priest. We still have the High Priest here. And the word Hierophant means he who shows the sacred, and that references to Greek and Egyptian. Historically, that was what Hierophant meant. So let's take a look at the Hanson-Roberts first. This is probably the most traditional. I actually rather like this because we do have the standing stones in the back. His robes are more of an earthy tone. He has this sash around his neck that kind of has this laurel leaf pattern, which I think is quite nice. We do have the, the supplicants, or excuse me, the initiates down at the bottom that are classically, monks listening to his teachings. He has the crown of the papal authority, keys to the kingdom of spirituality, the divine, creative power over his intellectual world and the divine world, and sharing his knowledge. Then we have the DruidCraft Tarot. I actually rather like this one because he's quite earthy. I did like the earthy tones of that first, but we have the High Priest. Oh, I really love him. So, first of all, he is almost on the same, if you recall from the High Priestess video, where he's sort of at this threshold with the rocks on either side, just like the High Priestess, except she was in the nighttime, with the moon in the background. Here we have a full day with the sun and the warmth. We have that masculine power and energy as he's harnessing the day. He's making the symbol of the horned god in a blessing. The little bird in the front is a wren, which is a druid bird. Very cute. And he just really looks like tradition, but he also looks powerful to help guide you. You have sort of an oak in the front here with the acorns where the wren is. I think that's really gorgeous. Next, from the Fairy Tarot, we have Unity. Do the right thing for the right reason. Compare traditional versus new approaches to see which works for you. A spiritually minded community. So we have a more wizened fairy here, speaking to a couple of the younger. We do have a couple of forest animals, a bird, and what looks like a sweet little beetle or something there in the back. I just think that's so sweet. He really looks like a spiritual teacher, and he wants to uplift you onto the path of integrity. And then from this, I also really get the feeling of, you know, respecting your elders and the teachings of the past. I love this card. I think it's quite sweet on how he is crowned. The wings are beautiful. He just feels, you know, real sage wisdom, not so much connected with the Pope and the church. He's more of the forest, and I really love that. Then we'll take a look at Shadowscapes. Okay. Really beautiful card. It's interesting to see the Hierophant as a woman. But when you look in the guidebook, it speaks of the Hierophant as having many faces. Many faces of the divine to come and teach you in the best form and necessary. Oh. So this is an energetic catalyst for change, to expand your awareness, offering this knowledge, adventure, awareness here. And if we go in real close, because it's faint, we have the Eye of Horus there. Really, really gorgeous. So this is probably one of, I think it's my favorite Hierophant card from the Shadowscapes Tarot. Oh, I just think it's so lovely. I'm really sorry. I'm gonna have to bring this one in really close. So we can see Salamander here sitting on his hand as if they're having a conversation. The guidebook talks about, you know, the salamander asking the tree Hierophant if he can fly. The Hierophant telling the story that the caterpillar is destined to fly, and that he can if he wants to. We have another one here taking flight. It's so sweet. I really love how deeply rooted this card feels. You can see the roots twisting down into this powerful feelings down here. We have a sun and a moon sort of intertwined in this rock or foundation that he is resting upon. And he really feels like he holds the traditions of all the ages, that his knowledge, memory, and power goes back very far. I also feel like that divine knowledge is being brought forward to an earthly plane, and that there is a sense of mystery about him, but then also that he can guide you through that mystery. I love the light color of the leaves. It gives you that hope in learning, and that bright feeling, and oh gosh, what is the word that I'm looking for? I'm so sorry, it's on the tip of my tongue. That passion that comes with learning, and how he's speaking to this salamander that wants to fly. And if the salamander wants it that bad, can he make it happen? Just gorgeous. One of my most favorites. All right. Next, we'll look at the Oak, Ash, and Thorn. This is beautiful. I love the owl. Absolutely love the owl. We do have a little compass here. He's holding a key, potentially, you know, the key to knowledge or spiritual guidance, right? And we do have this lock around the post, which I think is really, really cool. And do you get the sense of tradition with this card? I do, because for the forest, the owls really hold that wisdom of the forest. They hunt at night. just think it's perfect. I really love the thought of guidance for this card. That key is going to unlock your path, and he is going to help you. Then we have the Darkness of Light Tarot. This is another one that's a little bit more traditional. This one really feels, because of the building that they're in, it definitely feels more of like an organized religion and political and military control. I do like how his eyes are downcast, sort of that inner knowledge. We do have the moon showing through the glass in the background, symbolizing like an unconscious awareness. Gorgeous depiction as well. I do love how informal he is with his robe. Still very powerful though. And then we have the Crow Tarot. Again, we have the key, the initiates down at the bottom. His hand is upraised, just like some of the others, sort of in that blessing motion. You really get the sense of like a higher learning. He's standing up above the others. And this crow is taking no unnecessary risks. The initiates down at the bottom are seeking guidance. I love the, you can kind of see like it might be like an angel almost in the background with the hand raised there above the crow. So you can really feel that crow is potentially deeply connected to the divine and has brought that knowledge forth to guide, to keep the tradition. All right, there you have it. 8 gorgeous examples of the Hierophant. I would love to see in the comments below your favorite Hierophant card, what deck it is from, and why it's your favorite. I really hope you enjoyed watching this. Thanks, guys. Bye.